Hey, what's up guys? It's Pat and welcome back to another mod showcase. And today we're going to take a look at the extra dimensional mod. What this mod does is it adds in a ton of new content to both the Nether and the End. And let's be honest guys, in vanilla Minecraft there really isn't that much stuff to do in those places. So it's great to have mods like this. And you can see behind these ores there's actually a couple of the mobs. So let's get started with the mobs first. This is the Reaper. That's right, they've actually added the Grim Reaper into Minecraft. And I guess the Nether would probably be the perfect place for them. You see they're holding a scythe which has like blood stains on it, which is pretty awesome. They're pretty common. You're going to see them kind of all over the place. And they do fight like an Enderman. They have a very important drop, which is the Bucket of Blood, which I'll show you guys how to use in a few minutes. But I'll try to kill one just to show you guys how they work. As you can see, they do teleport all over the place, so a pumpkin would be quite useful when fighting these. We'll try to finish them off. Did he drop the bucket? There we go. Awesome. So this bucket is used for the special furnace in this mod, and what you do with it is you can actually craft spawn eggs, which is pretty cool. So there is one more mob that spawns in the Nether, and that one is the Soul Cow. And they only spawn on the Soul Sand. They're pretty uncommon. You're definitely not going to see anywhere near as many as you do of the Reapers. So I'm just going to spawn one in to show you. He's like pinkish red. He kind of goes really good with the Nether, actually. But his eyes are so scary. They're like blood red. They actually look like they're bleeding almost. So I'll kill one just to show you guys what they drop. They have some pretty important drops. Drops two different things. So we'll take a look. Okay, so he drops soul beef. Don't eat this. You'll get incredibly nauseous if you eat it. You need to cook it first, but then you'll have some pretty good food. And there is also soul hide, and this is used for one of the sets. It is just armor. So there's, a helmet, there is a chest, and the recipes are all the same as normal Minecraft. There are boots and legs. And one other thing, you can actually take it with some paper and make yourself 2 books, which is pretty cool too. And this set, if you're wondering how strong it is exactly as strong as iron, which is pretty damn good. So what we're going to go over now is all the ores. As you can see in front of me, there are 4 different type of ores you're going to see in the Nether. And this is the most common one, onyx. It's pretty much all over the place. There's actually one that spawned like right here, which is pretty cool. So this said, the sword is as strong as iron, while the armor is slightly worse than iron, and these tools, they are kind of like gold, except they're even more enchantable and a little bit stronger. And I'm not going to be going over the recipes for these because they're pretty much the same as normal Minecraft. You'll mine the onyx and you will get onyx gems, and you can pretty much just craft these. I'll show you guys right here. If I hit recipe, it is just onyx gems formed like that, so all the normal recipes, and it is a pretty good set, and it's not really that hard to get at all. The second ore you're going to see is soul ore, and you can see it has like the soul sand texture to it, and this actually generates in soul sand. Some happen to generate like right here. And I'll show you guys what this is used for. It's a little bit different than the normal ore. Oh, and by the way, guys, I forgot to mention the onyx. You can make these really cool blocks out of it. They look pretty sick if you ask me. But anyways, when you mine the soul ore, you're going to get souls. And this is where things get a little bit creepy. So you put a soul above the bucket of blood I showed you before, and you are going to get a soul in a bucket of blood. And this is the actual fuel for the soul furnace, which makes the spawn eggs. So to make this, you will need 4 souls like that, 4 buckets, and a furnace in the middle. And I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I got one right over here. And basically, I'm actually going to need the fuel, obviously. So I'll grab the soul and a bucket of blood. And you just put this in the bottom. And basically what you do is you use the item that corresponds with the mob you want to make. So if it's a skeleton, you put a bone in. If it's a zombie, use zombie flesh, and pretty much so on. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to make that like special soul cow, you would just put in the soul hide. So we'll wait for this to go. It takes a minute. It's kind of slow. It's forming a whole spawn egg, so I'm not too surprised. All right, so here is a better ore. This green one right here. It is Nether crystal. So it is the rarest ore you're going to find in the Nether. You probably won't see too much of it. It's better than onyx, the tools are. And but the only thing is it's kind of like gold as well. It's very enchantable, but it breaks pretty damn easily. And the recipe for this one is a little bit different. I mean, all the recipes are the same, but you don't make them with a stick. You make them with this nether quartz stick, which is made just a stick in the middle and nether quartz around it. So pretty easy to make this stuff. You can see right here are the nether crystals you'll get when you mine it. The sword, once again, same amount strength as iron, and this set here is a little bit worse than diamond. So it's a pretty good set, so if you happen to get it all, you will have yourself some nice armor. So let's take a look. Is this done now? All right, there we go. We've got our own skeleton spawn egg. So, I put one down, and there we go. We're in the Nether, so, it's a wither skeleton. It's pretty cool. So there is one more type of ore. It is glowing ore. Looks just like glowstone. And as you can imagine, it generates right next to glowstone. If you go up here, I mean, it looks so similar from far away. You honestly can barely even tell that, you know, there's a difference. But here it is. So it generates with it, and it is pretty useful as well. It's for like lighting stuff up. And you see right here, when you mine it, you will get glowing shards. Putting it in a crafting table, you will get 6 glowstone dust. If you put a stick underneath it, you will get 10 torches. So pretty cool. Some awesome stuff you can get from that. Alright guys, what I've done is I've went into survival to show you guys what happens when you actually eat this soul beef. I put a potion effect on myself to lose my hunger, and I'm going to eat this right now, and you'll see that I am not going to feel so good. Alright, I've eaten it, and now I'm nausea for over 40 seconds. So that is pretty terrible. You definitely have to make sure you cook this, or you might be walking around like this. I mean, my character is clearly like drunk right now, so be very careful. Once again, guys, one thing I totally forgot to mention, and then out of this ore, you can make these awesome blocks, just like with the onyx. So, some crazy building blocks. I love the texture for them. I think it looks pretty sick. But also, guys, when we were looking at the soul hide set, it actually isn't exactly the same as iron. I was looking at it, and it's actually a half a bar less armor than iron with the full set on. You probably wouldn't notice the difference, but I figured I would let you guys know anyway. Alright guys, we have made it to the end. And you can see there are brand new mobs jumping around. There's the end slime, and there is also the ender pig right there. And this stuff is really weird. This is kind of like soul sand, but the opposite. So you could like go flying off the edge if you weren't careful with this. Like, look at this long track. If I were to run on this, like just barely moving, it shoots you forward at like 1,000 miles an hour. I think it's really cool though. I would definitely grab this and bring this home for like some kind of path from like my house to like, I don't know, somewhere else. I think it'd be awesome. But anyways, there's the end slime, and he's a little bit different than normal. So if I kill him, he won't turn into 4, but he'll turn into 8, as you can see right there. So he's a little bit cooler. And they just dropped like some kind of special slime ball. Doesn't have any other use other than in that special furnace at this moment. And there's the ender pig. So I'm gonna kill him. Die. One more hit. And this dude, all he drops is food. And once again, don't eat it raw. It's not gonna give you nausea, but it's gonna make you blind instead. So yeah. Once again, you want to make sure you cook any of the food that's from the new mobs in this mod. Alright guys, as you can see in front of me, there are 3 brand new types of ores you're going to see here in the end. Which is great, because when I come to the end, you know, you just fight the ender dragon, and there really isn't too much to do after that. But now you can go mining, get some cool weapons, get some cool armor, and tools. So the first ore is ender ore. It is the most common. And when you mine it, all you get are ender pearls. So it's pretty simple. There's no like awesome set that goes with it. But the second one is the ender metal set. It's right here. And you can make these cool blocks out of it. And its strength, the armor itself is better than iron. And the sword is exactly the same strength as iron. The tools, they're actually weaker than iron, but they last for an extremely long time. And the recipe on these is all the same as normal Minecraft, but with your ender metal ingots. So the next ore you're going to see is ender gem ore. And it can turn into these awesome blocks right here. Only problem is it spawns like right at the bottom of the island. It's going to be very hard for you to actually mine this ore, so be very careful when trying to get it. But it is very strong. So the sword is the same strength as diamond, and so is the set of armor. The tools are actually better than diamond, but they last slightly less long. So it's a pretty good set. And you just make everything with these ender gems right here. There's only one more thing to show you guys, and I actually noticed it in creative. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding this in soon. So this is the ender feather set. There's no way to make this yet, guys. They're obviously going to be adding in an ender chicken. I mean, I see like raw ender chicken, cooked ender chicken, and ender feathers, which is going to be the recipes for this set right here. So they'll probably add that in real soon, I would imagine. But anyways, guys, that's about all there is to show with this mod. It adds a ton of new stuff to do in the nether and the end. If you want to check it out, the download is in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time.